Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. It is day 22 of FRIZZMAS, and if you can tell by my voice, I've been hit with another bug. But makeup always has a way of cheering me up and making me feel better. Today, I am gonna be playing with the Smells Like Holiday Spirit collection by Unearthly Cosmetics. So if you want to see the swatches and two looks with the palette and, you know, just chit chat a little bit, keep watching this video. And if makeup is your therapy and your love and you just want to connect with this wonderful, amazing community of makeup enthusiasts, including myself, definitely consider subscribing because we would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So, I am an affiliate with Unearthly Cosmetics. Oh my God, it's Unearthly Cosmetics. I am so sorry. Unearthly Cosmetics, they are in the process of rebranding. So this still says Unearthly Cosmetics. Now, there are two holiday collections that are out currently right now, and I didn't get to see what the collections were before I got to pick which one I wanted. But there's one called Into the Dark, and then there's the Smells Like Holiday Spirit one, which I automatically picked right away because it reminded me of the Nirvana song, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I was a Nirvana fan, so, you know, I had to pick this one. Now, these collections, I don't believe are sold separately. This collection is $80, and let's see, the other collection is $52. I believe that the Into the Dark collection comes with a palette, a highlighter, and a lipstick, and the Holiday Spirit collection comes with a palette and 3 lipsticks. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm also playing around with my camera settings, so if anything looks different or off, or you feel like I don't look like my regular self, please let me know. I'm just trying to find the best settings for this camera, which is the Canon EOS M50, in case anyone's a techie like me. Okay, so yeah, cause see, this is looking a little bit pale. That's kind of like the real color right there. But this is the PR box, or the box that the collection comes in. And when you open it, you've got the palette here and the 3 lipsticks. I said lipsticks, but they're glosses. The ring light's making a glare here, but you can see our girl right here. She's got her little clueless skirt on. Kind of like that grunge vibe that I like so much. And here is the inside of the palette. Very, very colorful, very bright, but at the same time, it is holiday grunge. And I will be inserting a picture or some footage of me swatching the palette. So that's the palette. We do have 3 lipsticks, glosses. The first shade is the shade Spice, Candy Cane. And the last one is Ornament. This one has like a nice shimmer to it, like kind of a little glitter inside. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 looks with this palette. Now on Instagram, I will insert a picture. I did a very neutral look that you can do with this palette because sometimes these colorful palettes can be very intimidating. And I kind of was glad, like when I saw the Into the Dark palette, which I think I can put a picture in of that as well, I was like, ooh, I should have picked that. But based on the packaging, this is the one that really caught my eye. The challenge to use this palette in a way that goes with my current eyeshadow style really intrigued me. Lately, I've been going for softer looks, more neutral looks, and this palette is a palette that I don't know if I would go for these days. You know what I mean? I'm excited because it just forces me to be creative, to think outside the box, and to make the palette adapt and adjust to my style now. Okay, so that's what I'm really excited about. Now, anything from Unearthly Cosmetics that you purchase, if you use the code FRIZZFACE, you will save 10%. It is affiliated, so I do get a small commission, but I don't think you regret anything that you purchased from Unearthly Cosmetics. I'm still getting used to saying Unearthly Cosmetics, but this is one of my favorite indie brands and one of the first brands that really caught my eye when I started looking at indie makeup. So let's go ahead and get into the 2 looks, and then I'll let you know what I think about the collection. Oh yeah, so the neutral look that I created with this palette, I am wearing the Spice lipstick. So again, I probably showed a picture of that. And then the next 2 looks that I do, I'm gonna use the other 2 lipsticks or glosses. That way you'll have seen the full collection in action, okay? So let's get started. We're gonna go into the shade Spirit first. And Spirit is this beautiful matte gray. And I am going to be using a BK Beauty 202 brush. So let me tell y'all, we gotta have a little therapy session. So I think one of the worst things about like this pandemic situation right now is just living in a time where like having a cold or just regular seasonal situations that usually happen, for me, it really causes a panic. And for those who don't know, I'm a teacher, and currently there are lots of kids and have been, not just in my school, but everywhere, that, you know, have to be quarantined for various reasons, exposure reasons, close contact, whatever. And it's happening more and more. It's been happening a lot since Thanksgiving break. Anyway, I'm kind of dealing with it firsthand, and I've taken 3 COVID tests this week, and that's kind of scary. Now, the first day, I felt fine. Like, I was just like, I just want to take it. I just want to, you know, as a precaution. But that night, I woke up in the middle of the night just sick. The same way I did a couple weeks ago when I was sick. I almost feel like now that the antibiotics that I was taking were off, I almost feel like it's like my sinus issue coming back. But of course, you know, I woke up the next morning. I thought it was a dream that I felt sick, but it was a reality. And I was so upset. I was just so upset. You know I'm on edge about this because things like that normally wouldn't upset me. So you never know like how scarce things really are until you really need something, if that makes sense. So like I said, I took 2 rapid tests and they were negative. But no, I was like, well, what if there's an incubation time, or what if there hasn't been enough time, or how many days, and this, that, and the third. And you know, I just really worked myself up about it. And I stayed up until 1 a.m. last night looking for places I could go to get the PCR test. And there's nothing, y'all. Like, they are price gouging the at-home COVID testing kits on Amazon. Like, I saw one for $1,500. Like, we're back there. You know, they did that at first with the Lysol and the cleaning products. Well, now it's these at-home COVID tests. And like the place I usually go to, they didn't have anything until Friday. I mean, it's really, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but it's so unnerving for me. I don't know. I like was on the phone with my mom last night and I was just crying. I was like, you know, these times are really, really, really tough, y'all. I started off like on my channel saying, like, be gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe. Like, I meant that because I started my channel at the beginning of the pandemic, and there was just so much stress and so much unknown, and there still is. So I called my doctor. He was like, you know, we're gonna send you to this place. So I went across town and took that PCR test, and usually it takes like 24 hours, but they said I would have the results back today. So, you know, it's just nerve-wracking. And I have a habit of like I said, I took 2 tests and I'm like, no, that's just not good enough. Like, is there something more accurate? You know what I mean? I know people have been trying to get tests, and I know in my county, they're like, we're going to make them more available. And then they had all these locations, and then people are going to the locations, and then like the batches of the tests, the at-home tests are just going. I'm not making this a Debbie Downer conversation. I'm just letting y'all know what's on my mind. And I'm just like, this is like some crazy times we live in, All right, let's look at this gray. I like it, and that's good enough for me for the transition. So I'm gonna go into a smaller brush and go into the shade Comfort, and that's gonna be my crease shade. So now I gotta play the waiting game, but it's like, it's sad because it's like, this is like the new normal, like the new way of life. And I just feel like it's so crazy. Which brings me to my next topic. Sometimes being an adult just really sucks. Like all the thinking and the planning and the organizing. Does anybody truly like being an adult? Or does anybody truly feel like an adult? That's what I want to know. I was talking to my friend Liz about this last week. So I'm 40. I'm closer to 41 than 40. And I still feel like a kid sometimes. Like, I'm like, I can't believe I have been entrusted with the care of small people as well as students. Like, I'm the one that's in charge. When I feel like sometimes, I mean, I can't even get the laundry done. You know what I mean? There's certain things I really hate doing. One of the things I really do not enjoy doing is making phone calls. I don't know what it is about making phone calls, but I hate making phone calls. I don't like making phone calls to make appointments because I hate thinking ahead. I hate thinking about my schedule because then I have to think about taking off of work. And then that makes me think about I have to make substitute plans. And it just goes into this spiral, you know? So that's where a lot of my procrastination comes. One of the reasons that I hate making phone calls is because when I taught at a different school, if you ever had to take off, the secretary would put you on the phone with the principal. And like, she would kind of tell you like, get better, but she wasn't happy. You know what I mean? And I always was so intimidated by that. And again, looking at my schedule and feeling like I'm going to have to take off work. And then the amount of planning that it takes to plan for a substitute to watch over your class. It is so much work, y'all, like so much. So I kind of think that's where it comes from, but that's one of the things I hate about being an adult. When I look at a lot of my adult friends, I feel like everybody looks like they have it together, but I don't. Like, I really feel like that. And the more and more I talk to people, they're like, oh girl, no. And I'm like, yes, like I look at your house and I look at my house, or you know, I just look at different things and people just seem so put together and they're younger than me. And ooh, that phone call, I thought those were my test results. Anyway, I done forgot what I was saying. I think it was just about being an adult. I don't like making phone calls. I'm gonna go into the shade Jolly. Jolly is right here. And yeah, that's it. I just really just wanted to say that. I always wonder how other people feel, or like, is it just me? You know what I mean? And with the decisions that I feel like we have to make nowadays, I always wonder, like, did my parents feel like this, or did my grandparents feel like this, or is this something that my generation is dealing with because we have access to so much more information? And so I just wonder, were decisions, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's always hard decisions to make, but were the decisions as difficult to make given the fact that I think back then there was just less information about things in general, if that makes sense. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I feel like that's kind of an interesting discussion, but like, so back to the palette, which is what we're here for. This palette's very consistent with the other palettes that I've used from Unearthly Cosmetics. I think it performs great. I really like this color combination. I like the shimmer. It's very smooth, not having any fallout, and I like the look. I think it looks really good. Now, I will say that this shade, this Jolly shade, does feel a bit like hard pressed in the pan. So I am going into it pretty, you know, aggressively to get it on my finger, but it's going on really smooth. It's really sticking to the lid and no fallout. And that's always a plus. Just going back into the shade Comfort like I did on the other eye. just to kind of blend the shimmer in with it. Now I think I'm also gonna go into the Comfort shade again, which is the purple. We're gonna put that on the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna go in with the Spirit shade. And basically what I'm trying to do is mimic what I did on the upper portion of the eye. So just going in with Comfort here. And this brush is like pretty fluffy. All right, y'all, so I know that conversation topic was probably a little bit all over the place, but oh my gosh. And then like planning out dinner and planning out clothes. Do you know one thing that can really throw off a morning for me? Not finding matching socks. It is just like, why? I just cannot. That's why I have to tie my socks don't match. Going into Spirit and just gonna go right over top. So that's what we have. And next we need an inner corner point. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade Rebel, which is this green here. And I'm gonna put that right in the inner corner. It's gonna give a nice little pop. And here is the eye look. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, now I am going to get into a lipstick, and I think I'm gonna use the shimmery one. I'm not really gonna line my lips with anything. This one is called Ornament. After this, I'll do my liner and mascara. This one's a bit sheer, but it's nice and sparkly. I'll zoom in. And besides the Spice shade, these are the first glosses I have tried by Alien Cosmetics. So, you know, you can put this over top of something else if you want some more pigment. I think I'm gonna just leave it like this for now. I am gonna go get my liner and my mascara, and I'll be right back with look number one. All right, you guys, so here is look number one. I really like it. I took some pictures like with my eyes closed in the mirror, and I think the blend of the colors together looks really, really nice. So let's zoom in. I really do love this green here on the inner corner as well. And I'm hoping that my camera colors are accurate because like I said, I'm trying some new things with, or the camera settings. So anyway, that was look number one. Let's go and get into look number two, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, you guys, we are back. Well, I'm back to do look number two. So this time I want to make sure that I play with the greens in this palette. So we are going to start with the shade Evergreen. With a crease brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Pine. Oh my God, I feel like all this is about to come down here. Hello. 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 Are we just gonna keep saying hello? What we doing?
You keep saying hello and I'm saying hello.
Okay, do you have anything else to say?
I'm sorry, Mama.
Before?
You're so mean.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I said I appreciate that. Oh, rude, South. And look at my door cracked. I told him I don't feel well, and he's just being August, which I love. But you know what? Sometimes I'm not for all that hoot nanny, okay? I'm not. And right now is one of those times. Can you close my door? Okay, this is, I like this. All right, so we have a nice little halo, trying to be halo eye setup. I'm gonna attempt to do the same thing on the bottom. All right, I'm also gonna take the red, y'all. Let's take the red. It's almost Christmas time. We might as well go for it. And let's put it here. In the middle of the lower lash line. I'm going all out of order today. I'm gonna take this yellow shade. Well, the red shade was called Miss You. And we're gonna go with the yellow shade, which is Smile, on the inner corner. Wait. And I think at this point, I have now, between these two looks and then that neutral look I did on Instagram, I've used all the shades. I like to try to do that before I give a full opinion. And now we're gonna take Rebel here, and that's gonna be our center lid shade. That's a very pretty green, really pretty. And all these shimmers have the same kind of hard, I don't know how to explain it, consistency, but I kind of like it because there's no fallout. I'm just gonna go back into Pine to just blend out any harsh areas. Not really adding too much to my brush. And I think that's the look. Ooh, smoky. You know, August just watched we just watched The Mask last night. Smoky. Come tell me what The Mask said.
No.
Smoky.
No, not telling them.
Why? Tell them.
No.
What's wrong? I'm not mad. This is the lip gloss in Candy Cane. I'm not really a big lip gloss person. I just feel like it always makes me get like that white stuff right here.
I don't like
the white Cheez-Its are in there that you picked out. You chose them.
Mama,
Yes.
I don't like. I didn't like the snacks we had.
But you chose the white Cheez-Its.
No.
They're in there, the white ones.
But Mom, I don't like it.
You don't like the ones you picked out?
No.
Just help me understand.
Listen. I don't like all the snacks we have.
Are you including the white Cheez-Its?
No.
Do you like the white Cheez-Its?
I just want
What would you like?
green.
Okay, I tried to get you the guac chips, but they didn't have the same brand. So,
Come on.
you know what? I don't feel very great. You want some of these goldfish? Here are your goldfish from yesterday. Right there. Grab them. Yeah. There's always fruit.
But I don't like them.
I know, but there's fruit here.
I don't know what I can get.
If you give me 1 minute, I'll come out and we'll brainstorm. That means we'll think of something to get. You can close the door. I'll be back with my mascara. See how I can't be sick? I can't. That's why I asked for antibiotics, but I think that backfired. I'll be back with the mascara and the and then we'll close this one out. All right, you guys, so here's the final look. I love this one. I really do. I think the highlight for me is the red right here. I don't know, something about that really makes it a special look, and it's not completely monochromatic. So I love that about this one. Not sure if you can really see that matte yellow, and I think like a beautiful silver would really set that look off and make it really, really holiday-like, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But that's just an idea for the next time I do a look like this. I think silver would, ooh, like that silver from the Gimme Glow Christmas Morning palette would really take that over the top and give you just some extra sparkle right there on that inner corner. But I like it. I think the halo eye, for the most part, stayed a halo for once with me, and I'm into it. I also do like this color lip gloss with the look, but again, I would prefer like a matte lipstick, and I do have the Alien Cosmetics liquid mattes, so I'm sure I could find one that goes really, really well with this look. But yes, I'm not saying that I wasn't gonna like this collection, but again, just given the way my eyeshadow style has been lately, I was like, what am I gonna do with this colorful palette? And I'm really like glad to be able to pretty much take anything and make it me. So I love this. I really, really do. I think I may have said it in another video. I'm really working a lot with placement of blush, of eyeshadow, you know, not bringing the transition too far over, just trying to create the desired shape that I'm looking for when I do my eye looks. So, you know, I could practice that with any palette or any color story. So I'm really excited to do that and be creative as well. So great collection. I think both collections are beautiful. And if you are interested in either of them, you can use my code FRIZZFACE to save you some money, because that's what a lot of us are talking about these days. And yeah, we're getting into the last hurrah for me for a little bit. Not saying I'm not gonna buy anything, but really just revamping. Ooh, oh, that's my sister. Hold on. Not sure where I left off because my sister called, but thank you so much for taking some of your time and hanging out with me today on another day of FRIZZMAS. Oh my God, it's just 2 more videos left. But you definitely cheered me up. It gave me a nice pick me up. Still don't feel that great, but I look pretty good. I hope this was therapy for you, because it definitely was for me. And until I see you tomorrow, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see you then. Bye.